So this is our Docker working architecture. As we have already discussed, we'll launch an EC2 instance and we'll install Docker daemon there. If you install Docker daemon, we'll get Docker client by default. Then we'll set up Docker hub registry, which can be used by the Docker client to push and pull images from. Also, I'll install Docker client in my personal laptop. In fact, I'll install Docker daemon in my personal laptop also, so that I can show you without logging into EC2 instance. If you want to do the same using EC2 instance, you can go ahead and do it. So let's go ahead and install Docker daemon in an EC2 instance. I'll launch an EC2 instance now, and I'll SSH into that EC2 instance, and then I'll show you how to install Docker daemon. I have launched the EC2 instance and now I'm logging into it using this SSH command. I hope all of you know how to log in or SSH into an EC2 instance. So there you go, I'm inside of the EC2 instance with IP address 172.31.20 and 130. This is the private IP address, but that is not our concern. This EC2 instance is connected to the internet because I have launched it in a VPC or in a subnet which has internet connectivity. If you see, this is a Red Hat Enterprise Linux server. So RHEL, I have launched an RHEL Linux. This is the name of the server. This is RHEL version 7.5 MIPO. Now this is a very bare bone Red Hat Enterprise Linux server. It does not have anything. It does not have Docker installed. It does not have any additional repositories also. So to install Docker, we'll have to do a lot of stuff. You'll have to run multiple commands. The same is true for CentOS also. If you're launching CentOS 7 Linux, then you'll have to do the same things. So even if you're launching SUSE Linux, you'll have to take care of some additional steps to install Docker. Only Amazon Linux has Docker pre-installed in it. Other than Amazon Linux, you'll not find Docker installed in any of the other operating systems. Now if I run docker -- version, it should show me that the command not found. And if I try to run sudo yum install y docker-c, which is the community edition, I'm not downloading the enterprise edition. So it should give me error at the end of the processing because the repository does not have the Red Hat repository does not have docker-c available. So if you see here, it is showing no package docker-c is available because this Red Hat Enterprise Linux yum repository does not have Docker listed in it. So we'll have to add our Docker repo in this yum repository. To do that, we'll have to type this command sudo yum config manager -- add -repo and give the URL of the repository. https download.docker.com/linux/centos/docker-c.repo. For CentOS and Red Hat, it is same. Now you'll have to run this command. Don't worry, you can find this command in the in the resources section. I'll upload all these commands so you can copy and paste it. So if you press enter, it should add the docker-c to the yum repository. Now if you see at the end, it is showing repo saved to etc/yum.repos.d/docker-c.repo. Now I'll try to run the same command again, sudo yum install -y docker-c, but this time around it will find in the repository, but it will give some error saying that package docker-c etc requires something called container AC Linux version greater than 2.9. So this Red Hat Enterprise Linux does not have that. You'll have to download this container AC Linux now. Now before downloading AC Linux, it is always advisable to upgrade your Red Hat Enterprise Linux by using this command sudo yum upgrade -y. Now it will upgrade the entire Linux packages, all the packages which are there, the kernel and everything. And after this, we'll download the AC Linux version which is greater than 2.9. The download takes some time, so I'll pause the video and come back when the download is over. Alright, the upgradation is complete. Now I'll have to run that command which will install container AC Linux. So this is the command sudo yum install -y. So you have to download it from an FTP server of CentOS. Press enter and it will be downloaded. Don't worry, all the links are provided in the resources section. Please go through it. Now it will go ahead and install container AC Linux. The installation is done. Now I should be able to install Docker Community Edition. So type the same command again, sudo yum install -y docker-c. Now if you see, it is installing Docker Community Edition in this particular machine. Remember one thing, all these steps are only for Red Hat Enterprise Linux. These steps are same for CentOS also, but for SUSE it might be different. For Amazon Linux it might be different. In case of Amazon Linux, it will be more or less same, but for SUSE and Ubuntu, it will be drastically different. For Ubuntu, definitely it will be drastically different. So go through the Docker installation documentation for Ubuntu and SUSE. This is only for Red Hat. So the command to start Docker service is this one, sudo systemctl start Docker service. So I'm using sudo because it has to be run using root, using a super user. Now if I try to run docker image ls, which is a very basic command, you see you get a permission denied error. That means I'm not able to run this docker image command. The reason is that I have logged in as ec2-user, but all these are installed using root. Now what Docker does is when you install Docker, Docker creates a group named Docker. So this is the group which Docker creates by default after installing. If you want to run all the commands without using sudo, without being root, then you'll have to add the user to this particular group Docker. Now as you can see, I'm logged in as ec2-user, or if you type who am I, it'll show you that I am ec2-user. So I'll have to add this user, ec2-user, to the Docker group. This is the command to add the user to the Docker group. Now if I try docker image ls, it will give me error again because I'll have to log in again. So I'll have to log out and log in. Let me do that. I'm logged in again using ec2-user. Now if I try to run docker image ls, it should not give me any error. Okay, so how do you know Docker has been installed? Of course, you can run the Docker commands. It is not giving any error. You can also try this command docker -- version to find out which version of Docker you have installed. So if you see, we have installed Docker version 18.6, and we have already started the Docker daemon using this command. So this command was used to start Docker daemon. Whatever commands which precede Docker are actually Docker clients sending command to the Docker daemon. So if I write docker -- version, I'm actually using a Docker client and I'm sending this command to the Docker daemon who is responding back. If I type docker image ls, this is also Docker client sending a command to the Docker daemon, and that Docker daemon is responding. So in this EC2 instance, when you install Docker, we get both daemon and client by default. So after installing, remember you have to start Docker daemon, otherwise it will not work. Let me show you. I'm stopping the Docker daemon now, and after that I'll run Docker commands from Docker client. So I'm stopping Docker. I have stopped Docker daemon. Now if I type docker image ls, it'll give you error like cannot connect to the Docker daemon at some socket. Is the Docker daemon running? So you have to make sure after installing that the Docker daemon is running. Then only Docker client would be able to communicate with the daemon. So in this Docker working architecture and the Docker lab, what we have done here is we have launched an EC2 instance and installed Docker. After installing Docker, we started Docker daemon, and when you install Docker, we get Docker client by default. After starting Docker daemon, we use Docker client to communicate to the Docker daemon. We have not started containers or anything as such. We just installed Docker, started Docker daemon, and communicated to Docker daemon using Docker client in the same machine, in the same EC2 instance. The next step is to set up Docker Hub registry, which is basically a Docker image hub in Docker Cloud. Docker maintains their own repository in their own cloud, so that whenever you build image, you can push the images to Docker's hub. You can get private registries also. And AWS will be using something called ECR, or Elastic Container Registry, which is a private Docker Hub registry hosted on AWS Cloud. But now I'll set up Docker Hub registry which will be a public registry in Docker Cloud. Docker uses one of the cloud services. In fact, they uses AWS, I guess, to host their registries. So let us go ahead and create a Docker Hub registry or Docker Hub account. You have to go to hub.docker.com. So this is the site, https://hub.docker.com. This is the Docker Hub registry website, and then either you sign in or sign up. I have already signed in using my email ID. You can do it. You have to create something called a Docker ID and then provide ID and password, and then it'll be logged in. So sign up is very easy. It is similar to signing up for anything for that matter. I hope you have done it for Google, you have done it for Udemy. It is similar to that. It's very simple. Once you sign up, that's it. Your Docker Hub account is set up. Now you'll create repositories in this Docker Hub from your local machine or from the EC2 instance, wherever your Docker client is. It can be in a local machine, it can be the EC2 instance, but your purpose is to upload images, proper images in this registry. So now we have created the Docker Hub registry. It's very simple, just sign up for it. Now the question is, how do you connect to this Docker Hub registry from your machine? Of course, you'll need internet connectivity from your machine to connect to this Docker Hub. And using command line interface in your machine where Docker daemon is installed, you can log into the Docker Hub registry also. Basically, you can connect to the Docker Hub registry also. Once you log in, you'll be connected to this registry. Let me show you how that is done. The command to connect to the Docker registry or log into the Docker registry is docker space login. Press enter, it will ask you for your username and the password. So it is showing login succeeded. Now as I have logged in, I can use docker pull, docker push commands to pull images and push images to and from the registry which you have just created. So it's very simple. Install Docker in your machine, start Docker daemon, use Docker client to communicate to the Docker daemon, sign up for Docker registry or Docker Hub using the URL hub.docker.com, and then to connect your machine to the registry, you'll have to log in from your machine using command line. The command is docker space login. And after this, there's a connectivity made between this machine and the Docker registry. So what I'll do now is, I have shown you how to do all these things, how to install Docker, how to set up Docker, how to start Docker daemon and communicate with Docker daemon. I'll do the same thing in my personal laptop, wherein I have already installed Docker daemon, I have already set up Docker client, and I have already made connectivity to the Docker registry which you have just seen. Go ahead and do all these things yourself. As I said, I'm saying it again, the installation steps which I have shown you is only for Red Hat Linux. For Ubuntu, it will be drastically different. Even for SUSE Linux, it will be different. For Amazon Linux, it will be more or less same. So launch an EC2 instance with Red Hat Enterprise Linux, which does not have anything installed, and go ahead and try these commands yourself.